We can also edit our animation using the motion panel in 3ds Max. So here I have the same animation we've been working with, and we can go over to the motion panel here, and this will allow us to control the animation a little bit further. So I'm actually going to go ahead and left click and drag and expand my command panel so we can see this a little bit more easily. Now, if we want, we can hover over one of the keyframes. So I have one here at 40. And this will allow me to view the keys as well as the tangents. So you see here, I have a position, a rotation, and a scale key. So in this case, I do have a position key, and these are the tangents, which are linear. I do have rotation, and the tangents here are spline. But for scale, I don't. So you notice here that these are grayed out. Now, if I want to, I can change my position. So here's my value. So if I want to, I can dial that up or down to change the value in X, Y, or Z. So I can change the position here, and I can change it very precisely because I have numeric values for those. Now, if I want to, I can also left-click here and change the tangent to whatever I want. I can also step through keys. So in this case, this is key number 2 for position. But if I go here, I can step to frame number 1 for position. And notice how it hopped over that rotation key. This is just working with position. Now I can do the same for rotation. I can click on rotation and take a look at these keys. I can change the values if I want. Now if I want to, I can also add keys. So if I wanted to add a scale key here, all I have to do is just click on this, and it will automatically create a scale key. And notice how now this is red, green, and blue. Now in addition to this, we can also manipulate keys using what's called trajectories. So here, I go into trajectory mode. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this just a little bit here. So trajectory mode shows you the actual path or trajectory of the object. And this can be very helpful if you want to see exactly how the object moves through the scene. Now I can use this just to visualize this path. And in fact, I can extract this path as a spline. So I can do spline conversion. So I'm going to go ahead and do convert to. And what this does is it actually creates a spline that matches my animation path. Now, manipulating the spline will not manipulate the animation in the scene. It's just a copy of the path that the object is moving along. Now, if I reselect this object, I can also edit this animation by going into Subobject, Keys, and this will allow me to add additional keys. So if I wanted to add a key, all I have to do is press this Add Key button and hover over the path, and notice how it changes to a cross, and then just left click. And now I've added an additional key, and notice how on the timeline I also have a key here. Now I can take that key and I can move it. So when I move this key, I'm actually reshaping my animation curve. So I'm actually manipulating my trajectory and how the object moves. So as you can see, the motion panel is very handy. We can see keys one at a time and manipulate them numerically. We can also turn on trajectories and add keys as well as manipulate existing keys to get the path that we want.